Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we're hopping back into the dream game and we are going to get all of the bikes imported. That's right, there's going to be over 25 bikes in the game after this video. So I'm pretty excited. Let's jump right into it. All right guys, the current lineup is kind of crazy to say the least. Of course, Roblox had to autosave right when I was trying to show them. We got the Venom 50cc, which has a little bit of issues here. What is this? Plastic. It needs to be smooth plastic. There we go. The rest of that looks pretty good. We have the KLX 110, the 2023 Zuma, the 2001 Elite, the 2001 Zuma, Suron X or Light B. I think this one's the X. The Honda Monkey, Honda Gram 2022, Duke 1290, Kawasaki 636, Honda F4i, Ninja 400, I believe, MT-07, FZ-07, Harley Road Glide, and Indian Scout. Guys, this is the current lineup, and the rest that need to go into the game is a Z125, two more renditions of the Honda Gram, one being a 2014-15, and the other one being 16 through 2021, I believe. And we have the Dyna, we have I think this is an R3, and then we have WR 450, 250, CRF 450, and CRF 110. So all of these bikes we got to put into the game, and it's a pretty simple bit of tasks. So let's just go ahead. We'll grab one. And the first thing we have to check is everything separated how it needs to be? Like, will the suspension work? For example, this one will not, because all of these top pieces need to be by themselves. This has to be independent. What else do we got going on? Turn signals are separated. This is all the black parts. Fine, fine. What do we got down here? Perfect, I guess. We could probably separate that a little bit more. The shock down here is the main thing that your boy's worried about, because anything that has to do with suspension needs to be separated. Radiator cover. That could actually be okay. I think all of this would be fine to keep together. I do like making this exhaust tip a different piece, as well as the gas cap. Makes me feel a little bit better. We don't need sprockets because we're going to be adding sprockets and rotors later as decals instead of extra geometry. So we will get rid of those. We do have our calipers. Nice. Swing arm is separate. Exhaust looking good. What else do we got going on? Oh yeah, mirrors cannot be the same as the window. I mean, come on, buddy. What are we doing here? Separate those, perfect. All of this is semi-transparent, so they can all stay the same. Is our exhaust pipe headers? That looks all right, I suppose. The chain, though, definitely needs to be its own object. There we go. And I think that's good for this one bike. Now, of course, we're not going to run through all of these in video because it's just tedious, boring, and takes a while. So we're going to actually start a stream, which went up yesterday, or I guess happened yesterday for you guys, but let me show you what the process is after importing it. Let's get it into studio. All right, guys, we just export it and we put opt at the end just so I know it's the optimized version. This is the Yamaha R3, which is pretty fire, and then the bulk import, guys. Oh, I don't want to place it anywhere. There we go. 37 unique things that we have to add a color and material to, but it will be okay. We're gonna run through this really, really fast, I think. All right, guys, we have the bike in the game now. It's looking pretty good. I usually start with the tires. Oh my gosh, that's not tires. Oh, where'd the bike go? Redo, redo, there we go. All right, I start with the tires and the seat. All of those go to really black, not medium stone gray, and they go to rubber. Now, I'm not sure if Roblox released these outside of studio yet, so we could just hope that they did, but I have no idea. So engine black, and then we want to make that metal as well. Might switch that to really reflective metal, but for now we'll keep it where it is. All of this also black. Nope, these are going to be silver. Definitely really reflective. Nice. That's gonna have to be like way lighter than that. Rims, I'm keeping the rims as the red that they were. They gotta be pretty dark. Let's go crimson and then darken them up some. Something along those lines. And this is it, guys. Just grabbing every individual piece and giving it a good color. I'm going to start streaming, get all of these bikes knocked out, then I'll show you guys the lineup. After that, we're actually going to start tackling the LODs in this video as well, which is level of detail. We'll get more into that when it's time to tackle them. I'll see you guys in just a moment. Well, for you, 1 second. For me, probably about a 2-hour live stream. Guys, we have done the unthinkable. Look at this Blender file. There is no more bikes in it. I mean, they're still here. They're just hidden, but you know, no more bikes in here, which means they are all imported to the game. Check out this lineup. Look at this, guys. 25 unique motorcycles now in the game, ready to be scripted and added into the bike system. I can't wait. It's gonna look so sick when all of these are available in the shop. But with all of the bikes being added, that means we can finally start working on something else. And guys, that is LODs. We have one in the game right now, and that is this tower. Let me show you guys kind of what we're looking at here in the grand scheme of things. If we go to this tower, you see all of these window lines, all of this stuff, the extra things on the top, like just a lot more detail than this one. But if we put this in here and we play the game, you will see the further we get away, it changes in to that lower detailed building, but you don't really notice too much of a difference when you're actually playing the game. So as you can see right here, we see all of the windows on the building, all of those little tiny lines on every single one. And if we back up far enough, you will see that it changes into the version. You can even keep an eye on these windows up here or the AC units. When we get far enough away, you will see that it changes into the one with a lot less detail. There it goes. I don't know why it does that little like glitch effect type thing. Maybe the windows aren't the same color or something like that. Maybe the reflectances are different. I'll figure that out. But once we get that added for all of the buildings, things are going to be a lot more optimized and a lot more smooth. Now, luckily for all of us, I had a boring stream like 2 days ago or something like that. Maybe 3 at this point, where I brought all the buildings into one place and I optimized all of the skyscraper-esque buildings. So let's go ahead and move this to the other side. That's not optimized yet, nor do I think it will be, but we have all of these optimized versions. Now, if we get real close, we can see, hey bro, what's going on here? You know, I mean, look at this light. Not that great. Look at this trash can. Not that great, but if we go far away from these, you cannot tell the difference between these two lights. The bridge could use some work, but all of the smaller assets like the trash can can't tell a difference. This light can't tell a difference, bench, table, etc. You can't really tell differences. Now, this one is gonna need to be redone, and the bridge, probably we should add some color variations to it to get it done. So we'll just kind of do that real quick. I think we'll leave little gaps, something like this. Yeah, that works. I'll just duplicate this over and over so we can fill up the whole bridge. Wow, the snapping on Roblox's new movement is just a bit less than great. But we'll get all of these a little bit closer together so they're not falling out of the bridge. Grab one more. Come on, game. There we go. Nice. And we'll copy this brown on some random ones. Looks like this one, and then we'll go these two and this one. Perfect. Now we have a better LOD for the bridge. So we need to get all of this stuff implemented. I guess we'll just start at the plaza with all of this stuff that we have here. So let me just grab it. It's all already named LOD, and it's not anchored. Let me do that because that's kind of important. There we go. Copy all of this and we will paste it in on our test plate. Now we get into a bit of the tedious part, but I'll just show you guys how it works overall. We go to our fountain here. This one is named LOD, and here is our fountain. So I don't have to scroll forever. I'm just gonna copy this and paste it in to our fountain, paste into, and then we can line it up. I could delete this one. We will copy the orientation of this and its position, all that good stuff, and we're just gonna paste it into our LOD here. Position, perfect, and then we need orientation as well. This is actually pretty close. If I just grab our LOD and move it down, we are very close to where we need to be. Looks like we're a little bit bigger, but that's not a huge problem. So we'll put that right here. Then we'll just make sure that it's part of the fountain, and then we will tag our fountain with our well, with one of our tags here. We are gonna go with detail big. Why not? Now when we click play, you guys will see that we'll see the normal fountain until we walk far away from the fountain. Beautiful fountain, nice up close, looks great. Now I'm gonna run away, and we have to do this with everything else as well. The fountain, or I mean the fountain's done, but like the trash cans, the lights, etc. How far are we gonna have to run for this? There it goes. So guys, we are super far away. As you can see, you can't really see the fountain anymore, but I think if we fly, well, it's gonna bring us back towards that direction, so probably gonna see it change. But check out the fountain, way down there. It's just a couple cubes, but it still gets our point across. And now when we start flying towards it, you can see that it perfectly morphs into the normal fountain. So I'm gonna get the whole plaza done with the canopies, the tables, the lights, the trash cans, etc. And I'll see you guys after that is done, and then we will tackle these skyscrapers. Holy cow, that took a little bit longer than I thought it was going to, but check it out. We have completely uglified everything to very, very low poly counts, and we're gonna check it out in game now. As we fly away, everything is going to just be respectfully decimated. So let's jump right in. F4 to fly. Check this out, guys. We have our lights, our trash cans, our fountain, these bridges, tables, canopies, literally everything. As we fly away, you're gonna notice it starts changing. All of these lights down here are already the lower LODs, and you can't really tell. If we pull back a little bit more, there goes the canopies and the tables and the trash cans. As you can see, float on in, and things become better shaped, more detail, and as we fly out, things get less and less detail. That is fire. The plaza is done. Now we need to do all of our buildings, at least the ones that we already have made. If we go over to that studio file, we could kind of delete that stuff. And this, let me open up this plugin, which someone on Twitter graciously made for me. I tweeted out, are there any plugins that show part count only on selected objects? And this guy made the one I'm using today. So thank you, shout out to you. Anyways, as you can see, we're gonna select all of the optimized buildings afterwards. We're gonna do the non-optimized. These are the buildings that, you know, are in the game right now. 2,413 parts across this selection of buildings. Now, if we select this one, 1,073. So just a little bit over 50% of the parts are gone in the lower level of detail buildings. Now we just gotta get all of these placed in the game, which is another boring, tedious process, so I'll just show you when it's done. All right, guys, with all of these buildings now done, I mean, check this out. You see this building right here? It's looking pretty fire, but as we pull away, it's gonna start losing some of that detail. We'll keep going. There we go. You just saw it switch, and then all of these buildings in this block, almost all of them got done. So let's just scroll in, and as you can see, details are gonna start popping up into these buildings as we get closer and closer. So that is one step closer to an optimized city. I'm pretty excited about today's progress. Having all the bikes in the game and knowing I don't have to jump back and forth from Blender to Studio anymore is sort of a huge deal, at least for myself. And then starting getting all these LODs in, that is pretty nice as well. I did notice that this one didn't work, so let's do a bit of troubleshooting here. Do we have our, we do, Detail Ultra, okay. I don't know what happened with this one. I'll have to look into that later, I guess. But all of the LODs for the huge buildings are done, and we are one step closer to a fully optimized game. Hopefully the update can drop very, very soon. But that's gonna wrap it up for today. If you did enjoy and want to see more content like this, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day. Later.